We've got Vedo inside the tape, the Roosevelt tape, where good friends recommend good music.
Yo,
How you doing today?
I'm blessed. Glad to be here. How you doing?
I'm good. I know you were performing at the club last night.
Yeah, it was dope. It was a quick in and out appearance. Just come in, show face. I did a few songs. The fans loved it, sung every word. It's always really refreshing to come to a city that I don't come to often, and know that I got the love that I get in different places back home and stuff like that in this city. So I love coming down to Phoenix.
Shout out to 1111. But
yes, sir.
Do you drink?
Oh, for sure.
Partake in all that?
Absolutely.
I know that affects you as a singer, and
it doesn't.
schedules.
Well, the thing is, we moderate it. We're so busy all the time, so we don't get super drunk. We get to the point where we feel good. We can still operate, get some sleep, wake up, and still be able to move around. So we do a little Don Julio here and there. I'm trying to start my own liquor line too. So hey, we trying to do that.
Where are we going with it?
It's gonna definitely be some tequila. Absolutely,
okay.
tequila for sure. Yeah,
I'm going hard with the tequila, but you're right about the moderation. I'm learning now how to moderate it. You know what? Why are we still taking shots? I'm drunk. At some point, you got to be like, look, for what? What's the reason? Just because it's here? And that's really most of the time the reason we do it, because it's there and we don't want to waste it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The wasted after the club. Oh my God. Anywho, I gotta confess that my first put on to Vedo, I just found out today that you were on The Voice.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing.
No, it's a great thing.
My introduction to you was just you as an artist and your music alone.
No, it was a great thing. It was a really, really good stepping stone into who I am today. I feel like The Voice really gave me my first taste of what it's like to be in the limelight for real. Like not the Instagram famous. We're talking about like actually stepping on stage in front of millions and millions of people every day. With butterflies, with the nerves, with every doubt in your mind, and still having that spark to go do it. It just got me ready for everything to come. So from then, I've performed on many stages, big stages, but I feel like I did it on The Voice already, so it's not foreign. It's not foreign to me. I feel like if my first big stage was something spontaneous, it would be like, oh wow, this is my first time. I don't know how to take it in or digest it. But the fact that I was on The Voice and I met so many amazing people, people who are coordinated big tours, and just gave me insight on how to move, what to look out for, things like that. Went on stage, it just really gave me insight, and I was like, I bet I'm ready for an even bigger stage.
I feel like you're in a unique position, though, that you're able to evolve past the show.
Yeah.
And it says something
That's funny you say that,
yeah. I know you from your individual work, aside from being a part of that show.
Facts.
So I think that's a dope.
Yeah, people have said that. I think some people look at competition shows like a gift and a curse. The gift is you're on the show, people love you. The curse is when you get off the show, you fall off the face of the earth. Nobody, you just disappear. Oftentimes they say these shows have never made a superstar or anybody who had went on to be big and things like that. And I'm actually one of the ones who didn't win the show, but still went on to become multi-platinum singer, artist, and songwriter. So that's a really, really big accomplishment for me as well.
I feel like to piggyback off what you're saying, what's important is the work that you do off the court.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think you get to that kind of level or that recognition or that limelight, and you're like, okay, cool.
That's the biggest part. Yeah, what you do outside, what you do off camera, like the preparation. Only time I see people that don't rise to the occasion of something are people that didn't prepare. People who didn't, take the time and say, hey, this moment is coming. I don't know when, but let me get ready. Let me just practice just in case, So, and I think I've always had that just in case mindset. Like, all right, let me get good at songwriting. Let me get great at performing and being an artist, because just in case I do blow up, I'm ready for it.
It's about shifting that perspective.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mood Swings, the album is out now.
Yeah.
When did this album start for you? I know that Do You Mind was a few years in the making.
Oh, yeah.
So when did it officially start for you? And yeah.
Let me see. Do You Mind, definitely, we did that record maybe like 2.5 years ago. And it was a record that we just felt was dope. We just didn't know when we would put it out. in what matter and what format. Were we going to shop it to somebody? We're going to put it on myself. So, and it just all went together. But as far as mood swings, I was recording mood swings for probably over a year. Yeah, mood swings probably been recording for over a year on my own. Mm-hmm. So what I did, this was different for me too. So what I did was I compiled a bunch of songs that I would do in the comfort of my own house. Like I would write all the songs myself. Bam, cool. But this project, we wanted to do something. Say, hey, we got all these songs. Let's go get a team of writers, team of producers, and let's sit them down and play these songs and say, hey, let's beat these songs. Mm-hmm. If we can beat these songs, you got a guaranteed placement on the album. So what? So
battle with yourself.
Yeah, I had like a little battle with myself. I say, hey, and I was there too. I was there writing new songs as well on top of the songs that I already had. So it was more so like, okay, if we can beat these songs, we can merge these songs, the great ones that I did myself and the great ones we did together, and ultimately come together for a great project. And that's what we did with that project, and it was super, super dope. It was out of my element because I record, mix, and master my own self. So it was out of my element to actually go in the studio with different writers and things like that. But what I did learn is, sharing other people's story. Sometimes a great story is better told by someone else, and allowing writers to come in and just share their story with me just kind of like opened my eyes to like, yo, people, we go through the same things. Mm-hmm. So it was really dope.
Is there a learning curve or kind of like a challenge with collaborating with other songwriters? Or is it someone off the cuff that you already admire? So it's excitement?
It's both. It's definitely, you definitely learn because different people, different writers write in different forms, different ways of writing. And I think that, you learn from anybody you come into contact with. I think the only challenge would be, is going in the studio with a writer who, the first thing they ask is, this is what I don't write with people that do this. Yo, what placements you got? Like who you wrote for? Why does that matter? Like I think you got those people who are hard to work with. Their idea is always better than everybody's idea, and I think that's one of those people you don't want in the room because they're obviously not a team player. That's probably the only challenge I see with writing that with other writers, and it doesn't happen often, but it has happened. Yeah.
No, it's like I'm in the room.
Yeah.
Isn't that enough?
Is that enough?
Like, what?
Yeah, let's just make some music, man. So it's like, that's probably the only challenge for me. Yeah.
Is there a genre you'd like to tap into? You haven't
Oh man, country. I want to do some country songs. Yeah. I mean, country is just it's R&B.
It really is.
Yeah.
I did a short stint on our country radio station. Yeah. It's our sister station. And at first I was low key kicking and screaming about it because I don't listen to country. But talking to one of my friends who loves country music, talks about country music. She's on country music radio often. And one of the things that stood out to me was her saying that country music fans care about the artist. They care about what it took for them to write the songs and composing it on.
Right.
After that, I was like, okay.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, and it's crazy because R&B used to be like that. R&B used to be that same way. Yeah, R&B used to be like, who is this artist? Where is he from? Like, what is his background? Like, why does his songs, why does it have so much passion? Why does he sing about love? Why does he sing about sex all the time? Like it's not like that anymore because we have been programmed to just, okay, this is the song for right now. Okay, this is the song for the 3 months. Listen to this song for 3 months and then we're going to give you something new. There's nothing that, people really put their heart and soul into, like a real body of work that can stick with people for years and years and years to come. I feel like everything is microwavable now. And I think, it's easy to get over with. It's easy to get over, like songs that are for the moment and not forever. I feel like, country, that's why country songs last so long. Because, the fans are really indebted and, interested in the artist. And the music is one thing, but the artist is another thing. And I feel like, it's just so fast paced now. Everybody just forgets that these are actual people who are writing these songs that actually have a story to tell.
Is there a particular country artist that...
I don't know.
I know like a handful of them. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know like off the bat. I just know I love the crossover. Yeah, the storytelling aspect of country. Like you can literally listen to a country song and be like, dang, okay. She basically just said everything that she did. Took a bat to this, broke the window, scratched this, burned his head. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really vision. It creates a vision, and I think that's really, really dope. I think R&B artists should get back to actually doing that as well. One of my favorite songs is Jasmine Sullivan, Bust the Windows Out Your Car. It's kind of like, I felt like that song really didn't get enough recognition. because it was a really, really, you can use your imagination and close your eyes and like, damn, she really, whatever he did to her, she really messed him up. Definitely.
Well, sometimes it doesn't take much to
sometimes
take that out of
past trauma.
At least talk about the power of language, and since we're talking about songwriting right now, and what that means to you.
Oh man, it's power in the tongue. Whatever you say, you will manifest. I think that and that's why music is so beautiful. That's why music is so just so amazing, because it changes people for the better. It can change you for the worse. It's just like, you got kids that listen to music and they follow whatever their favorite artist is saying. That's why you have to really, really be careful with what you put out there. I think that, music is a universal language that we all understand. I know people who don't speak a lick of English but can sing an English song. Literally. They know the words, melody, everything, but cannot speak English. Yeah.
Where does a song start for you? Is it, for the most part, I know it can jump around, but is it lyrics, melody?
For me, it's melody. I think, what I usually do is I get a track and I listen to it for like 3 days straight. Like I go to the gym, work out to it. I get like ideas. I do voice memos in my phone at the gym, driving and things like that. And then I go to the studio, and everything leading up to the studio was preparation. A lot of people like to get in the studio and say, I want to vibe out. No, I already vibed out 3 days ago. So I vibed out 3 days ago. So yeah, it's like put the beat in, drop it, put whatever, press record, I just go. And that's usually how I do my songs. I freestyle all melodies, and sometimes when I'm singing, actual whole verses or whole hooks come out, word for word. And that just comes with preparation. That's why I don't waste time in the studio.
Shout out, you mentioned going to the gym and listening to the songs and the tracks and whatnot. I feel like going to the gym is an untapped, when people are talking about sources of inspiration, we don't talk about the gym enough. And I think my therapist had broken it down to me. It's a psychological thing, a left, right, like when you're doing different reps. I don't know.
No, it is. I mean, you got to think about it, man. Like, it's just something about the gym, man. It's just it makes you feel like you've accomplished something. Just that small thing, that hour out the day, you feel good. It's like, all right, I got that out the way. Let me go tackle the day. But you get up, you lounge around, don't do anything. You're like, what am I doing? I didn't waste. Next thing you know, you look up, it's 2:00 in the afternoon, you ain't done nothing. So, now we've all had those days, but let's not make it a habit.
That's for sure. Do you ever see a time where, as your star continues to rise, where you kind of get more selective with writing for other artists?
Definitely. Yeah, I've definitely done that, because it's a lot of artists that I've written for or whatever. And, great songs, but they just sit on them too long.
There's that, and you're getting busier.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, I'm literally not writing songs for my own good. Like, this is, let me know what you're gonna do with this, because it's a whole bunch of other artists that want a record like this. So, so I'm very selective now. People who kind of don't take the craft that serious. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I be chilling. Yeah, so it's a select few people that I like. When they call, like, all right, bet, here we go.
I can take you seriously.
Yeah, I can take you serious, right.
You were on The Voice 2013?
Yeah, 2013.
So 10 years in, is there any part of you, I feel like that any professional in any industry, you get kind of like a 10-year itch of kind of wondering, what's next? I need the next level. What is that?
Oh man, I got that actually, I got that maybe like a few years ago, like what's next? When with the success of You Got It and things like that, and other songs to come that in the past, it was kind of like, okay, I looked at it like an independent artist. I reached the pinnacle of going platinum, double platinum. What's next? So for me, I feel like it's acting. I feel like, get into some acting, starting some different, like I said before, starting my own tequila line, going into different, just venturing off into different things. I feel like a lot of artists come into the industry and the only path through life and to make it is just one thing, and that's music. Especially when signing to a major label, like it's just not, it's not designed to make you rich. It's really not. So what you have to do is be smart. You got to be smart and figure out what you're gonna do with what you have now, because ain't no telling what you're gonna do. Ain't no telling if your record gonna sell.
Or like the times evolve and how people consume things.
Yeah, so, like, exactly.
be prepared.
You got to be prepared. Yeah, you got to be prepared to like be, venture off and to do different things. And I've learned it in the past too. Like my whole team, my manager, everybody, like, yeah, like music is fun. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful when it's beautiful, but it's ugly when it's ugly. But what are we going to do outside of this? What's next?
How has that, I guess, your vision of success evolved from 2013, from that time period?
Oh, 2013 success was becoming famous. Oh man, I'm famous. Everybody know me. Now success is longevity, becoming wealthy, in the sense of really making money in your sleep, not having to get up and and work every day unless you want to, type of thing. Just freedom, financial freedom, and just being protecting your own peace, being able to dictate who you're around, who comes around you, the company you keep. I feel like that's success. When you can say, hey, I'm gonna cut you off and I'm not gonna lose any sleep, I'm not gonna lose any money, I'm not gonna lose anything. That's
more
success.
Opportunity.
More opportunity.
To say no.
Yeah, more opportunity to say no. Like,
I can say no instead of, when you're starting out, it's yes to everything.
Yeah. I think that's success for me, man. Just being able to like protect your peace. That's success. Yeah.
We got Mood Swings, the tour coming up.
The tour is gonna go crazy.
What kind of things are you looking forward to the tour? Obviously, like the audience and the interaction and meeting everybody that's listening to your music. But like as far as stage presence, all that stuff.
Everything is gonna be dope. I think we're getting together and putting something together that's gonna be fun. We'll have some dancers, DJs, some props, a bunch of stuff gonna be going on. This is something different. This is our first tour. So this is gonna be something different for me, for sure. But I'm more excited to see the fans, like I said, the fans' face, and different cities that I ain't been to actually see what songs they know. I got my camera person. I want to capture every moment of people singing word for word, singing their heart. I want to see the little vein on the side of their neck. They singing so loud. So I'm just excited to see the fans, man, and just. I'm happy to be able to get in front of them because, like I say, during the pandemic, a lot of people couldn't, even after, a lot of people couldn't even afford to pay for a concert ticket. So
listen, these tour tickets are getting a lot more expensive.
Mine ain't that expensive yet. So come see your boy. But no, I'm just excited to see the fans.
Now, what level of an R&B show is it going to be? Like, you got shirtless on stage.
Yeah,
R&B,
I'm in the gym, baby,
singing somebody, or
it's gonna be R&B. It's definitely gonna be some sexiness going on. Like I say, I do have a fiance, so I gotta keep it respectful. But baby, I'm having my shirt off. They might be rubbing on me and stuff like that. I ain't gonna touch them though. So, but
I feel like there's shout to your fiance. Sometimes I get excited, like seeing my boyfriend being admired in a certain sense. I'm like,
she does. No, she does too. She be like, oh my God, well they love you, boy. I'm like, yeah, they love me, baby.
Into yourself when it kind of like,
facts.
Okay, we going too far. You had mentioned fiance, and there was a show that I was watching, and I know that like back in the day there was this huge thing about making sure whether an artist was married or dating somebody, they kept it under wraps because they wanted to have this
maintain that
attainability or whatnot. Is that something that still exists, or does it matter?
No, it don't. I truly believe it does. It did, because it was a thing. I do remember that vividly, that people would literally keep their relationships secret because they wanted to, quote unquote, make the other females feel like they had a shot, right? But one thing I've learned is that people love love. People love to see somebody in love, like truly in love. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Companionship is a beautiful thing. And I feel like when you are in love and you care for somebody, you don't care who knows. Like, the world should know that you're in love. And I think that putting that love out in the air like that, in the universe like that, is only gonna come back tenfold. And that love comes from the fans loving the fact that you are engaged, you are committed, but you're still my favorite singer. I still think you fine as hell. I still think you sexy. Oh boy, you don't know what I would do to you if you wasn't married. You know what I mean? Things like that. Those are still. People still have their own like thoughts in their mind about what's going. That being engaged and being in a relationship does not stop anything.
Those thoughts.
Though it does not stop that. So I never understood why that was a thing.
Well, I appreciate your time. I know
you know it, baby.
Airport soon.
You know it.